Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have to tell you, my heart was absolutely in my throat at the very end of the episode that aired on the 3rd of August. If you were watching closely, you saw that chilling moment when Trina Robinson's mysterious stalker took a beautiful, happy photograph of Trina and Kai Taylor and literally erased Kai right out of the picture digitally. Goodness gracious, I felt a cold chill run straight down my spine. It was not just a simple edit. It felt like a dark, heavy promise of something terrible to come. In all my years of watching these stories, I have learned that when someone is erased from a photograph like that, it is usually the writing on the wall. It is a clear warning that the stalker does not just want Kai out of the picture romantically, but wants him gone entirely. Bless her sweetheart, Trina has already been through so much more than any young woman her age should ever have to endure. We all remember the agonizing pain she went through when she lost Spencer Cassadine. That kind of grief is a heavy burden to carry, and it takes a tremendous toll on a person's soul. For the longest time, it seemed like she might never find her smile again. She was wandering in the dark, trying to piece her shattered life back together. When you watch a character grow up before your very eyes, you develop a sort of maternal instinct toward them, and I just wanted to reach through the screen and give her the biggest hug. Seeing her finally start to heal has been a beautiful journey. But now this terrifying stalker threatens to tear all of that hard-earned peace to shreds. And then there is Kai Taylor. What a fine, upstanding young man he has proven to be. He did not rush Trina or push her into anything she was not ready for. Instead, he was a steady, comforting presence, a true gentleman in every sense of the word. He is the salt of the earth, the kind of boy who opens doors and listens with his whole heart. Kai helped Trina navigate the stormy waters of her grief, acting as an anchor when she felt like she was drowning in sorrow. Many folks might just see him as a casual friend or a temporary fix, but I see a young man with a heart of gold who stepped up when it mattered most. To think that his pure intentions and his kindness have now put a target squarely on his back is just absolutely heartbreaking to me. Let us talk about this stalker and that deeply unsettling shrine. There is something so profoundly disturbing about someone collecting photos, building a secret altar, and obsessing over a young woman from the shadows. It makes my skin crawl just thinking about it. A shrine is not just about admiration. It is about possession and control. It shows a level of fixation that is downright dangerous. The person behind this is not right in the head, and their obsession with Trina has clearly reached a boiling point. By erasing Kai from that picture, the stalker is sending a loud, terrifying message. Trina belongs to them, and anyone who stands in the way is going to be dealt with permanently. It is a grim omen, and I am sweating bullets worrying about what might happen next. So, who on earth could this sinister person be? Let us look at the first major suspect that has got everyone talking. Simon, the music producer. Just recently, Simon had a big meeting with Trina, Kai, and the incredibly talented Gio Palmieri. On the surface, it seemed like a wonderful opportunity for these young folks to shine in the music industry. But the moment Simon found out that Kai was actually Trina's boyfriend, his entire demeanor changed. He was visibly upset, completely losing his temper, and he stormed right out of that meeting. Now, I ask you, why would a professional music producer have such an explosive, emotional reaction to a young woman's relationship status unless there was something much darker going on beneath the surface? Simon's official story is that he wants to market Trina and Gio as a romantic musical duo. We all know that in the entertainment business, creating a fake romance for public relations is a tale as old as time. It sells records and gets people talking. But if Simon is indeed the stalker, does he really want Trina to be paired up with Gio? That just does not sit right with me. If you are obsessed with someone enough to build a shrine, you do not want them pretending to be in love with another man, even for publicity. It makes me wonder if Simon's ultimate goal is to isolate Trina completely. Maybe he wants to get Kai out of the way first, use Gio to boost her fame, and then sweep in and claim her for himself. It is a very twisted web indeed. But hold your horses, because we cannot ignore the other glaring suspect in this mystery, Kai's own best friend, Quinn. Now, Quinn has always rubbed me the wrong way. Not too long ago, he was showing outright hostility toward Trina. He made it perfectly clear that he did not approve of her and was not shy about showing his disdain. Then, suddenly, he turns around and offers her an apology. Well, I have been around the block a few times, and I know that a leopard does not change its spots overnight. That apology felt as phony as a $3 bill. It is incredibly suspicious that right when this terrifying stalker storyline begins to unfold, Quinn is suddenly trying to get back into Trina's good graces. In the world of daytime dramas, there is no such thing as a mere coincidence. The timing of Simon and Quinn both becoming prominent figures in Trina's life, right as this stalker emerges, is entirely too perfect. It is like putting two foxes in the henhouse and wondering where the feathers came from. Could Quinn's earlier hostility have been a cover for a deep, twisted obsession? Or is it possible that he is insanely jealous of Kai and wants to ruin his life by taking away the woman he cares about? Either way, Quinn's sudden change of heart is a massive red flag, and I would not trust him as far as I could throw him. Trina needs to keep her guard up because the danger might be coming from someone standing right in her inner circle. Of course, there is always the chilling possibility that the stalker is someone we have not even met yet, or a ghost from the past lurking in the shadows. But whoever it is, they are playing a very dangerous game, and Kai is caught right in the crossfire. If this stalker decides to make a move and try to kidnap Trina, I know in my heart of hearts exactly what Kai will do. He is a protector by nature. He is not the type of man to run and hide when things get scary. If Trina's life is threatened, Kai will throw himself directly into the line of fire without a second thought. He would gladly risk his own life to keep her safe. And that is what makes this entire situation so incredibly tragic and nerve-wracking to watch. If Kai does make the ultimate sacrifice to save Trina, it would be a devastating blow. Would I be sad to see him go? Oh, absolutely. It would break my heart into a million pieces. He has been such a bright light in her life, a steady rock when she needed it most. To see a good, decent young man lose his life because of someone else's sick obsession is a hard pill to swallow. But at the same time, it would be a hero's exit. It would cement his legacy as a man of honor and courage. Trina would be left shattered once again, mourning another immense loss, but she would always know that Kai loved her enough to give everything for her. It is the kind of epic, heart-wrenching storytelling that keeps us glued to our screens, tissue box in hand, and we simply cannot talk about Trina's love life without bringing up the memory of Spencer Cassadine. Oh, how the fans miss that boy. His absence has left a gaping hole in Port Charles that no one has quite been able to fill. There is a very vocal, passionate group of viewers who are holding out hope against all odds that Spencer will somehow find his way back home. While Kai has been wonderful, many folks still see Spencer as Trina's true soulmate, her one great love. The reality of television is that sometimes, to make room for a grand return, the current obstacles have to be removed. I cannot help but wonder if this terrifying stalker plot and the very real danger Kai is in is setting the stage for something much bigger. Now, I want to be as clear as a bell here. There's been absolutely no official word from the powers that be about Spencer returning, whether it is the original actor or a recast. But we all know how these stories work. A tragic exit for Kai could theoretically clear the path for a miraculous, jaw-dropping return of Spencer Cassadine down the road. If Kai is tragically taken out of the picture, Trina will be plunged back into darkness, and who better to pull her into the light than the love she thought she lost forever? It is just a theory, of course, but it is the kind of dramatic twist that would have us all screaming at our televisions in pure shock and joy. As we look ahead to the coming weeks, I am just beside myself with anticipation and worry. The stakes have never been higher for our sweet Trina. The digital erasure of Kai from that photograph was not just a clever trick. It was a promise of violence. Whether the culprit is the hot-headed music producer Simon, the two-faced best friend Quinn, or a completely unknown monster waiting in the wings, the threat is as real as it gets. I find myself praying that Trina will recognize the danger before it is too late, and that Kai will somehow manage to survive the storm that is rapidly approaching their doorstep. So, my dear friends, I ask you to brace yourselves for what is to come. Keep your tissues handy and your hearts open, because we are in for a very bumpy, emotional ride. Will Kai lay down his life for the woman he has grown to care for so deeply? Will Trina be thrust into a nightmare of kidnapping and terror? And will this tragedy ultimately pave the way for a ghost from the past to return? I will be right here watching every single second of it, holding my breath and hoping for a miracle. Until next time, take good care of yourselves, hold your loved ones close, and never forget how much we cherish sharing these incredible stories with you.